Oh, do you feel that? It's a breath of fresh air. Friends, we are entering a new time, a new chapter, a new era, a new month. And what you're being asked to do is so much less than what you've been doing. And that is exactly what we're going to talk about. So if you've been feeling this change, you know that it's new, maybe you're doing something you've done before, maybe this is the first time that you're doing it. But here's the caveat. We're going to be doing it differently. Now, there's a couple of things that we're going to break down in this, okay? So what do I mean when I say that we're going to be doing it differently? This change, this new thing that has come online for you, you've known it for a long time. You've maybe done it before. You've been chasing it. We all know if you're into astrology, you know, we have eclipse season coming up, which is all about realignment, normally through like breaking shit up, which isn't fun. But that's really this season, so to speak, that we're getting ready to go into. And as I view it, the way that I understand this information, so if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, that's fine. You know what I mean? You don't have to fucking like everything about me. All right? Relax. But I think what is interesting about it is it's really calling us to get to the thing. Last week we talked about the fucking thing, right? That everybody thinks once they get the fucking thing, then everything is going to be better. That is this, but a little bit more detailed. It's almost like I see the divine going into what you're doing with like a fine tooth comb. Like I keep seeing tweezers where it's like, what is the essence? Oof. Yeah, here we go. What is the essence of what you're trying to do? Because this is connected to, we've been talking a lot on this podcast about how you want to feel, how you want to show up, what do you like? No one's coming to save you, right? Really getting into, like I keep seeing, I think so much of what you've been experiencing, it's been this like leaning in. And not in a good or a bad way, but just kind of like on your toes. And what the last couple of weeks have been asking us to do is kind of this, like we're sitting back. And the difference of that is wild because when you're forward, you're on alert, you're, what do you need? I'm here. You say jump. I say how high. Da, 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 pick me, pick me, pick me. And that's not where we are anymore. That is the shift that we've gone through. And now it's like, all right, show me how good it can get. Show me what it feels like to embody myself. Show me what it feels like to truly embody my values, my morals, my creativity, my, like whatever the things are that you're wanting to bring into being. And that energy comes from, if you're listening to this, you will not see me sit back, but it's very dramatic. And if you're watching it, get ready for this act out. It's really just all the way back. And it's not even necessarily like a power stance, but just moving through the world from a position of, we're starting to figure out what is for us and what isn't. We're starting to learn the difference, right? We've been talking about this. Every opportunity is not your opportunity, right? That everything you say yes to, there's more you could say no to. What do you really like? What are your systems? All of these things. And so slowly over time, we have grown comfortable enough in ourselves, trusting enough in ourselves that we can sit back. Nothing's going to miss us. Nothing is going to pass us by. But when we're embodied and we're in that state of comfortability, we're actually catching more and being more aware and more present, and things have the opportunity to show up, right? It's that famous, I talk about this quote a lot on the podcast, but it's when I first quit drinking in Los Angeles, I had a organizing company called Rightful Place. Oh, so charming. Because everything, should find its rightful place. You got it. She didn't have to explain it. And one of the clients that I worked for, he was also in the program. And he had this quote up in his office that I was organizing. And it said, slow down so that the things you're chasing can catch up to you. And that's what this energy feels like. That's the tweezer. It's we want to go in and what is the essence of what you're trying to do. Because it's not about building the business, it's about financial freedom. It's not about making the content, it's about creative expression. It's not about finding the partner so now you're not alone. It's about connection. It's about being seen. And what's happening, and the reason that this message is coming through is that when we go in with this tweezer, when we go in with the fine-tooth comb, it's going to be even easier. The season is going to be even easier for you to decide what is for you, how you want to take action, what you want to do. Because what's going to happen is we have all this energy, we have all this momentum. And so unfortunately, what happens a lot just by proxy of all of it, and we're humans, we're doing the best we can, is that then we overwork. We go on too many dates. We create too much content. We say yes to too many things. We're putting up because we feel that momentum. But that's why we're being asked to sit back. We're asked to fully embody. And here in the States, we're getting ready to go into fall. Like there is this really transitional piece that's happening. And it's asking us that of like, all of the chaos and all of the change and all of that stagnation and everything else. And it's not lay down, take a break, but it's what is coming for you specifically, and it's for you to do. But the best way for you to do it is to be prepared. And one of the ways that we do that is getting really clear on that essence. I had to review back through my own goals because every time I think I'm simplifying and then I'm like, Caroline, who's my co-producer, and I'll be like, Caroline, write this idea down. Caroline, we're going to do this thing. Caroline, let's paint the town red. You know what? Let's completely do the website. And some of it is because I'm wildly neurodivergent. Some of it is self-sabotage. Just keep making things up because it's easier than doing the thing that you're doing. But ultimately, it's, I really had to go back and go, why are these the goals? Like the goals that I had created post getting sober, they were just a new version of what the old goal was. And I'm still sitting in this. I'm still really sitting down with like, what is it that you're actually trying to do? Right? If we know that the fucking thing isn't going to solve it, we know that nobody else is coming. We know that this world is sometimes unfair and unkind. And that is a part of it too. And it's scary and it's unpredictable and all of those things are true. But we are no longer allowing that to throw us off of embodying what it is that we came here to do. And so really, I think that this episode and this message is about, again, reviewing and going back through with that fine-tooth comb. And it's not, I almost felt stupid because I'm like, I feel like I keep coming to these people and I'm giving you guys just the same message over and over again. And it is, but it isn't. It's a little bit different of saying, okay, look, shit's about to pop off for you. Okay. And you could do it totally different or you can do it the exact fucking same. You can make it the experience that you want to make it and you're not going to fuck it up. It's not that you're going to do something wrong. But the other thing about, if you think about tweezers, which you probably don't very often, unless you're a chef and you're just having to do, in a fine dining restaurant, you're probably not utilizing them very often. But, if you're using them, there's an extra amount of thought that goes into it because you really have to be focused. And that's really what it is. We want to make sure that there is long-term focus here. That we're not going back and saying, am I good enough? Like we are so far beyond that. Like we're not even going back. Okay. Just so boring. Okay. But there is a new call for focus on that essence because your goals have probably changed. Your whys have changed. Circumstances, the place you live, who you live with, who you are doing these things with. It's all shifted and it's realigned to what it needs to do. But here's the thing. There's still work to be done. I fucking know. Like all of a sudden I was sitting, this week has been so long and so, this labor of love is what I'm really realizing about my own life where I'm like, Jesus, it just doesn't fucking stop, does it? And then I'm like, oh, this is that piece that I keep talking about and this message that I keep hearing where it's like shifting from discipline to devotion, from being in pursuit of the goal and being in the process. And I think this fine-tooth comb, this tweezer, it's asking us to sink deeper. It's that embodiment. It's sitting back. So while this momentum is coming, I think you all know that. You can all feel it. And it's not even necessarily like, yay, all my problems are solved, right? Because like you get an influx of money, there's a lot that's going to come along with that. Everybody thinks they want a lot of money. Are you prepared? Do you know where it's going to go? Do you know about interest rates? Where are you going to put this money? Do you have other people in your life who are certainly going to show up and they want some of that money? What are we doing? We need a plan, right? All of a sudden you've been doing this small business. You're not getting any, you make cupcakes and you've been posting and nothing happens. Suddenly you have something go viral and now you've got all of these eyes. Are you ready to be able to just keep doing what you're doing? We don't need you to do anything different. We don't need you to do anything different. Everything you were already doing was working, right? So when we are showing up to these places where things are going to become wildly abundant, you're going to go on the date with that person and you're going to be like, holy shit, this feels different. Are you ready for that? Are you ready where you're not suddenly going to be obsessing about this person and you're going to trust that the connection is real and that dating takes time? And you're not suddenly going to be like, oh my God, are we going to get married? Are we not going to get married? I'm going to text all my friends. I'm going to talk about it 90 million times. And then you're going to drain all of your energy. No, I have a true connection with this person. And this is what I've been looking for. I deserve this. It makes sense that it's here. And so that is the fine-tooth comb. That is the focus. That is the embodiment of yes, I can. Yes, I will. And deuces. I wish I could leave you with some real practices, but I do think that I'm really going to leave you, and this may work for some of you and not for others, but this is just what I keep seeing. Again, when you feel that, and you know what I'm talking about, in your nervous system where things get overwhelmed, that check comes in, that they swipe, is it right? I don't even remember at this point. Is it swipe right? It's swipe right. Okay. Caroline's here in the room. I'm like, it's right? The connection is made. All of these things in your body, you're going to get that email that you got the thing, and your body is going to want to go, and I need you to do the opposite. When that happens, I hope that you see this big old mug, okay? And I'm pointing to my face in case you're listening. You're like, is she drinking something? I'm not. I'm pointing to my face, okay? Of just, I need you to do the opposite. We are teaching our body in real time that we are safe to receive what we desire. I would say it again, but it was so beautiful. I don't remember exactly what I said. But so go back 15 seconds and listen to that again, okay? But you are teaching your body in real time that you are safe to receive what it is that you desire. Told you I couldn't remember it a second time. But that's what's happening. That's why this call for focus, that's what this call for embodiment is. It's not slowing down. It's going to get faster. And the collective, I hate to break it to you, shit's just going to keep popping off in our collective. It's going to get scarier. It's going to get darker. It's going to get louder. But we're safe. We're light workers. We are here to do this work, to combat, to be active, to be aware, to be loud, to be seen, so that we can help in carrying us through this experience that we're all going to have. So it is all the more not only for us and our communities, but for the collective, that things are just going to keep speeding up. Good, bad, and different. I'm not making any real projections here, okay? I'm not a seer, but just really getting clear that it's 10 toes down. And we talk about it a lot. Lord knows she loves to talk about it. But this time it is a practice. So that when we come out the other side of eclipse season, when we come out of the other side of winter, because what we're starting to embody now, when we come up in March of next year, we've been talking about this when we started the reinvention series. I said that's kind of the mile marker for a lot of this, that when we get to March, you're going to be walking differently. You are going to be moving differently. People are going to see you and be like, that bitch. And you're like, I worked hard to be this baddie. I worked hard to be this bitch. I worked hard to be this boss. I worked hard to be this mother. I worked hard to be this teacher, to be this content creator, to be this, entrepreneur, whatever it is that you're doing, corporate boss. So use this time. It's here for you. And I'm here for you. And I feel all of you so intensely right now of, again, things are going to pick up And we cannot have our claws in it. We're going to want to because we're humans and that's what makes sense. We're going to see our brothers and our sisters and people that are continuing to be disabused and forgotten and taken advantage of, and all of these things that are happening on a collective level. And it is calling us of like, we have to sit back. That doesn't mean not doing anything. I want to be very clear, okay? But I'm saying that in order to be our brightest, our leanest, our ready to move, that embodiment piece has to come. And because also along while all this is happening, there's also going to be so much abundance that's happening in your personal life of these things that you have been working towards. So it's really this interesting balance, this yin and yang that we're going to be experiencing. But knowing that you're not doing it alone, that all of us that are on this frequency, that are light workers, that really love, that feel, that see, that move, you're not alone. And we're doing this and it's real and we're going to, I'm just so excited. I'm really, really excited. Tara, I'm tired. I'm tired already. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm like, I already feel exhausted, but it's going to be great. It's going to be great. And I am so just honored that you are here, that this podcast and these messages are a part of your practice and a part of your learning and a part of your evolution. It is a fucking gift to be here, that by the skin of my teeth, I have allowed myself to have this gift. So thank you so much. And please keep doing the work. Let me know how you're moving through it. Like I said, we're kind of toying around with a couple of energy circles or things we're going to start to do so that we can kind of come out of DMs and have a place that is low cost, high value, a place that we can commune monthly. So we're working on that. So stay tuned. But I love you so much. That's all I've got. I trust that this is going to find you exactly when it needed to. I'm going to go have a sandwich. As always, tune out, tune in. Love you, mean it.